All right, another day, waking up here just outside of Yellowstone National Park. It is June, it is summer, it is beautiful. Let's get started on this day. Let's get going. All right, what the heck? What?
No.
What? What?
It's actually,
wait a minute.
It's actually beautiful.
It's summer though.
Buddy. Buddy. Oh my God.
All right, that's better. Oh, snow just hit the lens. So the original plan was going to be to go into the park today, but that's clearly not going to happen. So what should we do instead, Ashley?
I don't know.
We'll make a different video today. We are going to make this video and tell you all what we paid for our RV, what we've got in it, the original cost, all the modifications we've made, repairs, everything. How much did our van cost?
Nice. Hey everyone, this is ouRVan. I'm Ashley and this is Chad, and we're full-time van lifers and we travel on a budget, and we have been traveling for about a year now. So if you haven't checked out our channel before, definitely look at our adventures, subscribe, like, all that good stuff. We really appreciate it. And yeah, today we are going to be going over how much our van cost.
All right, let's dive right into this. Where do we start?
I don't know. So we did make a list to stay on track, make sure we cover everything. And yeah, so we'll just go down the list.
All right, I guess let's get started with the big one. What did the RV cost? First of all, it is a 1999 Coachmen Starflyte. I guess technically it is a Class B plus RV built off a Ford E350 van. And the original cost for the RV, and it had 95,000 miles when we bought it. Original cost was $10,000. To this day, I don't know if we overpaid or got a good deal. Not really sure. Sounds like a lot for the age of the vehicle, but when you look at the market and other ones out there, there's no other ones that I've seen this cheap, so who knows? That's still up for debate. So, start out with 10 grand. After that, just to register the RV and pay taxes on it was another $750. And that was in the state of Florida. Oh, also, if you haven't noticed, the weather's cleared up very nicely since the snow 2 hours ago.
Yeah, it looks like it didn't even snow here.
All right, next, let's talk about the solar. We have another video all about our solar if you want to watch it. But just go over the basics. The solar, we bought a kit from Renogy. It's 300 watts of solar. It's a 40 amp MPPT Charge Controller, and it came with the wiring to the batteries. That kit was about $650. And then the batteries themselves, we have 4 deep cycle batteries. They are lead acid batteries, just your basic, they're golf cart batteries, 6 volt. We have 4 of them. It's for a total of 420 amp hours of power, and that cost us $450, which is not bad for 4 batteries. We got them at Costco, so we got a pretty good deal. And
next thing is our fridge. Inverters and electrical stuff for all of that came out to about $400. And we do have a video we recently made on our fridge. We're very proud of it. It was our cheapest option, and it's a great fridge. So definitely would check that out if you're looking for a nice, efficient, cheap fridge.
All right, next up, when we first got the RV, it was running perfectly. We let it sit for a while, and then it started running like crap when we went to start it the next time. So this next category is going to be what I'm going to call tune-up and repairs on the RV, which it came to a total of $750. It involved a lot of stuff. I'll give you a little list right here. And the reason it was only $750 is because we did all the labor ourselves and used some reman or aftermarket parts. So basically we went through the motor, did a new mass airflow sensor, coil pack, spark plugs, all new fuel injectors. There's 10 of them because it's a V10. Parts for this engine are very cheap, by the way, like shockingly cheap. the list goes on forever. New EGR valve, a bunch of other little sensors that I'm forgetting the name of. It has all new 302 sensors. I don't remember the specific name of the sensor, but there's a sensor that we replaced that has to do with the evap system. This was basically just me chasing a rough idle before we started and just throwing random parts at it. Which, like I said, it only came to a total of 750, which for the amount of new parts on this engine, I think is pretty reasonable. New fuel filter. Oh, new fuel pump. We dropped the fuel tank, drained the old fuel, and put in a new fuel pump. And a bunch of other stuff I'm forgetting. But all that came to a total of 750. So, next up, this is one of the big numbers. And I wish we could tell you all the individual prices for everything, but that would take all day because we replaced so many parts in this RV. So this next category is for the RV remodel. Basically bringing it from looking like an older RV to looking like it does now.
Somewhat modern.
Yes. Let's run through what we did to remodel it. First of all, new flooring. It was a stick-down vinyl flooring. New carpet, which is kind of in a bunch of places. It's on the sides of the stairwells, the whole cab area up front underneath the seats. We had to remove the driver's seats to put in the carpet. There's some little random spots of carpet underneath. Basically, it used to be teal carpet. That didn't go with the new look, so we changed it to like a tan beige carpet. New paint. See white paint all around you. Gave the RV a nice new refreshed look.
Big job.
A lot more work than we thought it was going to be.
Yes.
Had to remove every door in the whole, everything.
Degloss.
Yeah, I completely forgot about that.
Sanding.
Yeah. And then also cabinet hardware. We actually got an awesome deal on that. All these little handles, I don't know if you can even see this high, but there's a black hardware on the cabinets, or just handles. And we ended up paying like 10 cents a piece for those because there was a store called Orchard that was going out of business right nearby us in South Florida, and they had like 90% off clearance on the whole store. So
super deal.
Cost us like $5 for all those. Countertops, you can see right here, it's on the kitchen counter, it's on these tables, it's on these little trim pieces here, and on the floor, like the leveled up floor back there. And that is also a stick-down tile that we reused for the countertop. Or not reused, but repurposed for the countertop.
Which we thought was a cheap and easy option.
Yeah, very cheap, very easy. Looks all right. Except for the little lines here, I think it looks really good. Gave us a nice little stone countertop look.
And it's very durable. At least that's what we thought, since it's meant for the floor, which you walk on all the time. We figured it'd be good enough for cups, sliding dishes, forks, and all that good stuff that you throw on there.
Yes. Then backsplash in the kitchen. It's a stick-on backsplash. It's very thin, very flexible, surprisingly expensive for what it is. Just that little backsplash area alone, I think, was $60 to $70 for like 3 square feet of backsplash. More than that, maybe 4 or 5 square feet. Yeah. More than you'd think it'd be, though.
But saved a lot of time.
Yeah, saved time, and it looks really good. Then, in the kitchen and the bathroom also, we did new faucets. So we got a new sink faucet, changed it to chrome from this old yellowing, used to be white plastic, and also in the shower, matching chrome sink hardware, shower hardware. Looks really good, also was really cheap, got it online, an eBay special, and surprisingly, it's held up really well for a year plus now, using it every day. It hasn't even started leaking or anything, so very happy with it. I'm not sure if this next item should have been on the repairs list or the remodel list, but I threw it in with the remodel. It was the valve for the propane tank. It wasn't leaking when it was all the way on or all the way off, but when you would turn it on or off, the whole process of turning the valve in between, it would be dumping propane fast, so we just replaced that. I think it was like $50. Then next item is our smoke and carbon monoxide detector. We actually had another carbon monoxide detector, but it's 20 years old. Original to the RV. Yeah.
We were a little worried. So
who knows if it still actually works. So new one there. Seat covers up front to cover up our teal seats. They're now tan to match the rest of the interior. New upholstery on all these seats. Used to be teal and cloth. Now it's tan marine vinyl. Very durable, very easy to clean.
And our bed also turns into a couch that that stays a bed permanently, and underneath that we did redo the upholstery on that as well.
Yeah, you can't actually see it because there's a mattress over it full time, but if you wanted to, you could take off the mattress, fold up the couch, and it's the same vinyl material. The curtains up front that close up and give us some privacy at night to cover the windshield, we dyed them. Didn't change that much in color, but
it got a little darker.
Yeah, it used to be like a lighter teal, and now it's a very dark, almost like grayish teal. We used black dye on it. Guess we didn't use enough.
Yeah.
Actually, it was like a gray graphite color dye. Looks better though. It blends in a little more. It's not as bright. TV. I don't even remember what size it is. I'm gonna guess 24-inch Samsung TV. New caulk all around. Caulked the kitchen. Overkilled the caulk on the whole outside of the RV. We figured we'd rather it be ugly and not leak than look good and leak, so we tried to just slap caulk all over this thing. Should have done it neater looking back, but
always think about that.
At least it doesn't leak. LED lights on the ceiling. We took just LED light strips, took out the hardware inside the lights, and we only did it to 3 of them in here. 2 in the kitchen. So some of the lights are really bright, like these. The main switch isn't turned on right now, but stock lights here, they're super bright. But then the top ones are LED strips, so they take almost no electricity. Mm-hmm. We can leave them on all night long. We don't even see a draw off our batteries, so that's nice. It's not bright enough to do anything during the day, but at nighttime, it gives you all the light you need. Threw a 20-inch light bar on the front of the RV for driving through the woods at night where there's not a lot of light. Really don't use it that often, but it's a nice little feature to have, and it looks kind of neat up front. It's not actually a part of the RV, but the next item is the buddy heater, because the only appliance that we haven't gotten replaced or working in here is the RV furnace. I'd never figured out how to turn it on. It probably works perfectly, and I just don't know how to turn it on. Who knows? But we got that buddy heater, so we have a separate propane heater, keep us warm. Don't use it all that often, but it's a good thing to have.
Yes, we used it this morning for about an hour, so.
Yep. New fire extinguisher, if you noticed. I don't even know if I pointed the camera at it, but it's mounted right by the front door. Nice shiny new red fire extinguisher in case of emergency. And finally, last item I'm going to say, definitely not the last item because I'm sure I forgot a ton of stuff, but we put in a new touchscreen radio up front and new door speakers. So when we're driving around, we can listen to some good music out of nice quality speakers.
Yes.
So, don't think I mentioned it before, the cost of the whole remodel came to $2,000. Sounds like a lot, but when you go to Home Depot on 50 separate trips and spend at least $50 every time, it adds up quick. I can't even count the times we went to Lowe's, Home Depot, every hardware store in town. Mm-hmm. It seemed like almost every day for a long, long time.
And then we always bought a little extra just in case we need to replace something in the future.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
So, that brings the grand total for the RV and all the things we have mentioned to $15,000. And that is not an exact number, of course. It's a nice, pretty 15 grand, hard number. But it's very, very close. I would bet that total is within $100 or $200. Mm-hmm. Not sure if we should mention it. Also, if you follow us, you know we have the scooter/motorcycle that we keep on the back. And that we got a really good deal on that. We bought it used, but basically brand new. It was like 6 months old and had 400 miles on it when we bought it. Paid $1,200, and then another couple hundred for the rack on the back and registration for it. So the scooter was $1,400 total, if you want to include that. But for just the RV, our total was $15,000, which is way more than our original budget. We initially planned on buying a low-top old cargo van with about 200,000 miles on it, doing a very minimal build, and leaving for about $5,000 to $6,000 total. Yes. Luckily, this big number didn't hurt as bad because it was spread over about a year of a bunch of little purchases. We bought this thing a year before we actually left on our trip, had it parked in a friend's backyard, and just remodeled it every single weekend. So, it's a big number, but...
It's a big number, and we hope it doesn't discourage you if you want to do this lifestyle. There are definitely areas for saving, I believe anyways.
Oh, definitely, yeah.
Like the solar, for example, you don't need to go with a name brand. There's definitely way cheaper options.
And I mean, basically the whole remodel that was $2,000, you could have just skipped altogether and gone with this thing as is.
Yes, it was fine the way it was. That was just us wanting to be...
It wasn't pretty enough for Ashley. So
Hey, it was gonna be my house, so wanted it to look good.
really, at least 1,500 of that $2,000 could have been skipped.
Yes. Definitely other little things you could have saved on. Can't think of any right now, but I know the solar was a big one. I feel like the batteries as well, we didn't need that much.
Yeah, half the batteries would have been just fine.
Yeah, so, and also finding a good deal on an RV, I mean, or van, whatever you're looking for, so, yeah.
But overall, 15 grand isn't bad. Big picture.
Yes.
So, that is what our van cost. I hope you found this useful. And, what else?
I don't know. That's it, right?
Yeah, I guess. I'm sure we're forgetting a bunch of stuff, but...
And if you have any questions or we missed something or whatever it is, don't hesitate to leave a comment below. We do respond to all of our comments. So, yeah.
Follow along on our journey. We'll catch up with you next time.
Thanks for watching.